welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike. With me, well, this is the weekend edition before Monday, and we're covering some of the stocks we had from last week to see where they ended up on last Friday. One of the first stocks we're going to talk about here is HLBZ, Hellbiz Incorporated. Last tick was 0.25. Going to the chart year to date, looking at it, looks like we're starting to see some resistance starting to pump up here. In January 23. We can't look back to 2022 because different time, different year, different problems, more money, more problems. You know how that goes there on that end. Going into what would you say they do here? They're an ultra-urban transportation company which is engaged in the provision of transportation specifically addressing for last mile transport. Operates through the following segments: mobility, media, and others. The mobility segment covers the mobility offering that allows consumers to provide which city using green and electric vehicles such as scooters, bikes, and mopeds. Mobility has included partnership with sponsoring agreements. The media segment represents commercialization of media right professional partners, B2B content offerings, and allowing consumers to reach live events with app Hellbiz Live. So going forward with this, guys, if they're involved in any type of advertising and things like that, you're going to start seeing gravitations towards a lot of advertising companies. I myself own one myself, and I can tell you that advertisers are coming towards more and more advertisers with a crumbling economy. You're going to start to see more businesses trying to get more clients and trying their best by putting money into advertising. So that's something to look at. I'm not surprised to see that this thing is still moving halfway decent. Let's go on to the Alphabet News and see what they got and what they're talking about with Hellbiz. So going on to Market Screener, we had 2 weeks ago, it says Hellbiz launches an e-bike fleet in Santa Monica. Hellbiz launched a fleet of e-bikes of complement company existing mobility offering the city's Wheels acquisition. They announced today they launched a new fleet of e-bikes for the shared micromobility of Santa Monica, California. These e-bikes will complement the company's existing mobile offering for the city's composed e-scooters and Hellbiz Wheels, increasing the accessibility of our services into a wider audience. The press release and multimedia, the new e-bikes are equipped with powerful electric motor scooters that allow riders to easily navigate the city's hilly terrain. They also feature a lightweight design and comfortable saddle, making the perfect both short and long distance rides. To use the e-bikes, riders can simply download the Hellbiz app and avail the e-bike and start their trip. The app also includes a wider selection of convenient payment systems on top of real-time tracking. So that is huge in itself right there. Going on the website, looks pretty good. It better look good because they raised some decent dinero in the past year, and then some of the shorts got out and trashed the stock there a little bit. So they're trying to recover from that. I believe the CEO said something about that. Hellbiz is one tap away, connecting users to what they love. Wheels are now part of Hellbiz. So you can see Wheels scooter there. Feel the wind in your hair as you grab a scooter and zoom through the city on satisfying your cravings with a selection of food, delivering directly to your TV or to your phone to watch, all one tap away. Connecting all countries and all communities. They have the e-scooters, the e-bikes, the Wheels. Then they have the map where you can go browse your vehicles near you, scan the QR code to unlock, ride around your city, and leave the curbside when you are finished. Stream as well. They got Hellbiz live streaming. Let's go on to the kitchen thing here and check that out here. I know we talked about there's Hellbiz Kitchen. We've been on this one before. A new era of food delivery. Order now. You can order from all these different places there. It's just, I guess it's just like DoorDash, I guess, but lower keys still yet, but looks the same similarities. We'll just see how it plays out there. You can order now, order the food, going in here, explore the kitchen. You can get sushi, ice cream, desserts, drinks, whatever your heart desires. They're in Rome, New York, Austin, and Los Angeles. So not as on a higher scale of DoorDash, but maybe it gets there, maybe it doesn't. We'll see what happens. The models of these companies are semi-wavering due to economic conditions and things like that. Let's go on to Stock Twits, because that's where the real traders are at, and see what they got on the Twit. Stock Twits, because that's where the real traders are at. We have Bird Brain 1. He says, what did I say, Ryan Decker? Just troll the trolls and watch how quickly they retreat. Anyone know why Charles Trader, the Indian, blocked me? Was it something he said? We'll have to find out there and find out what's going on. Gray0524 says, denying the issue only makes the hating easily spotted. These counterfeit shares are destroying companies, families, and investors as a whole. To act like it isn't happening is dangerous doing. Time to pick a side because, yeah, there's a lot of people, guys, online that are pissed off about this situation. Let me tell you, Twitter is on fire. He's great. G-Way is exactly right, man. They are destroying things and they're destroying companies. Serious problem. Just buy tomorrow morning. End of story. We can do this together. Flat Weedy. Monday takeoff the same way. I am Brandon says, hi, SEC Gov. I'm happy to be on the committee to work with you on the steps to protect small caps and their shareholders. Right now, there's the biggest victims of illegal trading, and we have the evidence to prove you. Ain't that right? We do have the evidence is right. Expecting the PR about the first steps of fighting the shorts. You can't say you're joining the fight without needing actions. Plus, yeah, we do not like the shorts. That's one thing. We do not like the shorts. But the other thing, too, is that if you guys got profits, you do have to lock in profits wherever the profits are. Do I own stock in this? Absolutely not. I just talk about the news of what's going on because I like jumping on the boards and see what's happening. I have no influence, and I don't tell you what I trade or anything I trade. So that's just a disclaimer if you are new. Pennies for Cash says, when do you see a board on Saturday and Sunday by nonstop postings? Tell me that this big MO is not happening. Momentum is on fire. That's from Pennies for Cash. Let's see. We have a Mullen promotion again here and more there. Let's see what else we have. Decide what you want to play. Not all stocks are a long hold. Not that far of a reach. Not bad take. Excited for tomorrow. Going to open at 06. That's SE67. Researcher Guy 1 says, group saw 400%. I don't know what Monday will bring, but news of bankrupting 2 or 3 of these blood-drinking financial parasites would do nothing more than more support. Citadel is more in bad shape. Whistleblower implicated in 80 million fraudulent trades. Not only shares of naked short selling, they were forced to eat GNUS short sales Thursday and HLBZ shorts on Friday. How badly do you believe the shorting was on Mullen? After a week and weekend of general public passive investors are being able to digest what happened last week. The FMO investor does not miss the MLUN train. Monday morning, the trains have missed 2 trains already. Research Guy has got a lot of good and interesting takes in there. And there's a lot of pissed off people out there about a lot of these, man. So it's not a good situation, especially when people are losing dough and stuff like that. But we're here to cover it because that's what we cover is we cover the boards and we cover the informations about the companies and why they are trending. This is why we are here, and this is what we've always talked about. So we're moving on to the next one. I'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace. The next stock we have is JFBR. Look at that chart for the year. Nice resistance starting to pop up here. We're getting about $1.95 last Friday. We'll see what happens going into Monday. Going into what would you say they do here? Scrolling on down. Operates an e-commerce consumer products for goods and grocery. It operates as a holding company for 3 e-commerce companies that operate online stores for sales of various consumer products. Amazon Online Marketplace, utilizing fulfillment for Amazon or FBA model. Smart Repair Pro, Purex, and Top Rank Ltd. The company is headquartered in Tel Aviv, Israel. So if we're going on to Global Newswire, we have news breaking about the stock. So the reason why we saw some popping on Friday was that the data-driven e-commerce company operating in Amazon Marketplace today announced that it has entered a letter of intent with SciSpark on NASDAQ for a specific specialty pharmaceutical and food supplement company to establish a joint venture for development of a new supplement product line in its online marketing. The LOI complements the 2 companies that form a JV where each own 50%. The transaction will be subject to negotiation and preparation for definitive documentation. Upon the definitive documentation, Jeff's Brands will be responsible for online marketing of the products developed for SciSpark. So there you have it with that as far as that. If Jeff's can take over and do a good job, then you'll have SciSpark. Then possibly we could see some more movement here. We'll just have to see how that plays out over time. Decisions regarding these products to develop will be made by the 2 companies, which will be based by Jeff's Brands. Advanced technology analysis in demand of the product for potential high profitability by Adler, and the chairman of the company, of chief executive officer of SciSpark, director of the company for chairman of SciSpark. Let's go to the website, check it out, and see what we got. Going on the website, it looks pretty good. Just going on to their process. Their process is Jeff Brands turns products into top-selling, unique and innovative methods. Their analysis identifies niche market segments that are right for products the team and acquire develop. They're letting the market data go do the talking for them, omitting every part of the product's journey, beginning from the tech business savvy for real growth, and provide results through proven methods. Just how effective is Jeff Brands? Just ask Knife Planet. It was a textbook example of the team it brought to Jeff's Brands comes together to turn the ideas of a stunning success stories. The creativity team put together one of the most best branding and creative strategies yet. They've added their skilled Amazon efforts with Knife Planet website that features a wealth of kind and in-depth target audience for really values. The website has driven a huge portion of Knife's Planet sales, so that's huge in itself with Knife Planet. And they have the website looks pretty decent. As far as it better be decent because it's not a Mr. Thank you very much stock. Going into that. So Knife Planet is huge in itself. With the new relationship with the other company here, that you should start seeing some movement if things are going well, if Jeff's Brands can have the same success with the new merger with the company as they did with Knife Planet there. So going on to StockTwits, because that's where the real traders are at. Someone like to argue it's not where the real traders are at. Bloomberg Trades says his top watch on Monday is ALLR. A huge explosion on Friday after hours. His girlfriend Peggy is going to make a ride on HLBZ scooter links. These are all the top on StockTwits if you haven't seen there. And JFBR short-term, mid-term bullish. The volume can continue to ascend the multi-day runner. Follow me. He wants you to follow him. Be there or be nowhere. What else do you got here? It seems the bears have underestimated things since some sites aren't reporting the current info. This was an IPO back in the summer. They raised $15.5 million last filing of June and doesn't reflect the cash. Is an international company and only report twice a year. So SmartDesk 80 is correct on this one. Reason why is because you have the Knife Planet relationship. That took off on Amazon. This new merger that's coming forth, guys, that could be a game changer if Jeff Brands props these guys up with the marketing and things like that. If we start to see a lot of sales flow and things, you're going to see a lot of different movement there. If that's the case, we have to see what happens there. So he's not that far off in what he's saying. Great take there, Smart Trades 80. I appreciate that. Good noticing of that DD there. Rab says its continued growth is great. Multiple letter of intents works for acquisitions of companies with multi-revs. And there you have the 2.4 in 2020, 1.4 were invested with, I think it's Medigus. So you have several of the companies, as far as with Jeff Brands' case study. The case study looks pretty decent, McGee's. Let's see what else. JFB, watch out for GTH. This will come up on your radar more than once near the future. We can only hope with GTH. That thing got sunk by the shorties, man. They shorted that sucker and got out. Veteran traders have the chance to seize the moment and realize mega gains. Imagine JFBR is able to do this all over with all-time highs and see what the chart looks like. Gem like this has the bears in the crosshairs. Yep, I don't see a lot of bears on here yet, but we'll see what happens there. I'm sure Kage, if he was here, he'd find that. Kage will be back in a couple days here. Let's see. Veteran trade shares. I like that meme there. The buzz around this is tangible TA drawing. I'd like to see what they're talking about with some of this GTH stuff. JFBR is the amount of upside. DD is back up and extensive. This could have a long-term shareholder value. In the short term, possibly set the squeeze for a lifetime. We have influential people covering the stock. 0 shares to borrow and high CTB. This is one grabbing everyone's attention. This is the first time I've ever seen a stock with 100% utilization for short shares. In my opinion, it's simple. You either sell in the morning for a little the 10 to 30% gain from Friday, or you hold or buy more looking for massive breakout of 100%. Believe me, I will bid this because some people can't help this, but gains move on. That's okay. But don't be mad when you check out and it's ripping up to $5 bullish. That's from Roger Rapp. So Roger Rapp gives a good take. He's telling you to do your DD. And, you know, like I said, that new relationship that you saw break out there, if Jeff Brands does what it did for the Knife Company, you got something there. He's not that, Roger Rapp's not that far off. It's not far of a reach of anything what he's saying. Am I saying it's going to come off now or whenever? It just depends. Anything can happen in this wild world of trading, especially in shorty land and things like that. You've seen several companies just blow up here. It's just ridiculous. So here, Smart Trades 80 has another take here. He says 6.5 million in revenue, even why they only report twice a year. That's the first 6 months in 2022 before the acquisition and IPO, trending higher about 25% versus 2021. See, guys, some of you may criticize and say, well, StockTwits is not where the real traders are at. Actually, it's where the real traders are at, because you get the right DD and you get the right information before you buy the stock. Now, if you're new into trading, don't go and buy this, because the reason why you don't go and buy this is just because you need to learn how to trade. Maybe go take a couple courses in trading, do some paper trading, some with monopoly money, but don't go and jump in too volatile for you, things like that. So be wary of anything out there telling you to buy. Don't do any of that. Don't make a stupid mistake. These guys are talking to you and giving you information about the company. I as well, and I'm not a promoter or anything like that, but I'm just telling you to do your DD and start off with paper trading if you're new to trade. Don't just jump into the game, because you could lose a lot of dough. So another one here says from Smart Trade, this guy is just coming in like awesomely hot today. He says, so fresh, 15.5 from the IPO. They spent $6 million on acquisitions, getting $7 million additional revenues in 2021. The key here is the proven model expansion plans. They have experience of proven AI method to increase sales, and you can see there, right there in your palm of your hand, 2.51396,807. Sick with it. We're going to move on. We'll have to see where this plays out. I don't think we have seen the last of Jeff Brands. We'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace. The next stock we have is GNS. GNS Group Ltd. Last tick was $3.25. Going to the chart, you're starting to see resistance popping up, and this thing is freaking flying. And you got Medterra there hitting you up with all of the citrus and all of the immune boosters, because there is cold and flu season is getting hot. Jump into that if you do your investigation into that. No, I'm not promoting it. Just popped up on my thing. Also, GNS Group Ltd. engages in the provision of e-learning services. It offers educational entrepreneuring business and psychochromatic tests and entrepreneurial education platform. The company was founded by Roger James Hamilton on November 30th, 2015, and is headquartered in Singapore. So going on to Bazinga, we have some information about the company. It's popping in the alphabet news, says what's happening. Genius Group is approved a board meeting that was held Wednesday on action to plan to address illegal short selling of the stock. Company says the action plans to creating a board illegal trading task force to actively pursue the possible action together with regulators in the discovery and prosecution of persons engaged in market manipulation involving the ordinary share of Genius Group. It's about freaking time. But they were seeing a lot of this. Additionally, the company's task force was led by Timothy Murphy, a Genius director and former director of the FBI, Richard Berman. Also, the Genius company directors, company's audit committee, and Roger Hamilton, CEO of Genius Group. Traders and investors can read the full details of the press release. According to Bazinga Pro, GNS, a 52-week high of 36.75 and then a 52-week low of 30 cents. The website, well, it looks pretty good. It better look good. Their mission is to develop entrepreneur educational system that prepares students for the 21st century. They believe that the current global system is need to be more relevant and upgraded student-centered curriculum that is both high-tech and high-touch. We believe that the curriculum can be a force for good. Education is the most powerful weapon which can use change in the world. They believe in entrepreneurs to use the world's greatest power to trigger change. We, the Genius Group, global company, the entrepreneur movement needs. Their story. Begins back in 2002, the creation of Wealth Dynamics System. Roger Hamilton, a futurist of social entrepreneur, is a profitability tool for entrepreneurs to discover their strengths and weaknesses and build entrepreneur team of 2005. Vision of Villa Resort Bali based entrepreneur resort and opened with the vision to deliver the person entrepreneuring training for exotic locations in 2012. Wealth Dynamics and grew the global company with a community of 250,000 entrepreneurs. The number of initiatives for the Institute brand. These include the Global Entrepreneur Summit and the Entrepreneur Fast Track event series hosted by 18 countries. Guys, that's huge in itself. The fact that they're doing, it's continuing to change lives across the world, basically, is the mission here. They've also included talented dynamics for a corporate version of Wealth Dynamics by large multinational and full entrepreneur systems and growth startup to $5 million in revenue called the Millionaire Master Plan. They became a New York Times best-selling book in 2014. And during the same period, Roger also became the chairman of the Green School in Bali, where he established the Green School Board of Directors. So there you have it with that. So the need for high-tech education based on global scalable, high-tech, scalable, high-touch model launched the Genius U as the EdTech arm of the Entrepreneur Institute in 2015 to 2017. It rapidly grew to 313,000 to 736,000 students. You might not think that's huge, but that's pretty huge considering the amount of people that are coming in there and the revenue they're getting for that. Since the Genius Group has entered acquiring companies, strengthening, so they're acquiring other companies as well to strengthen the entrepreneurial educational curriculum. So bringing on these companies, you're bringing on more and making the curriculum stronger. So then you're getting people that are teaching that are and tools that they're using that are not Mr. Thank you very much tools and teaching. The end of June, they acquired the Entrepreneur Resorts Limited for $32 million. The growth strategy will continue to $80 million in acquisitions plan unless the stupid shorts don't stop trashing the company there. 2019, a pivotal decision was made to evolve the Genius company to a Singapore-based public limited company in order to continue the growth of via investment and acquisitions. The wholly owned EdTech subsidy group in August 2019, Entrepreneurs Institute acquired more than $8 million in 2019 Genius Group for $1.2. But despite the COVID pandemic, the group had seen a stronger growth in both revenues and profits to target achieve 2.5 million students. And you can see the timeline of events when they did. We'll not go through with those. We're going to go on to StockTwits because that's where the real traders are at. We'll be back to see you in 2 and 2. Peace. One has a great take on GNS. He says there isn't a judge that would convict Hood of fraud and predatory shorting. G, Hood, Knight, Hortz. And there you have it on that, the case. Let's see what else we got here. Only naked shorts are endlessly offering these trash companies. Currently 0.2 float, short on GNS 2.9. Hellbiz, meaning all the selling pressure came from huge distributory institutions. Stop the cap and the short squeeze. Baggy leader is correct. And that emoji is, or sorry, that picture right there is definitely, the GIF is definitely is correct there as well. This is insane. They're shorting hundreds of millions of shares for 10 million to float. We remember that running GME and HK, yeah, they just keep on doing this, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to catch up to them. They keep on doing this, and they're pissing everybody off, and it's going to catch up to them. They cannot keep this game up, guys. So you have a lot of people that are freaking got pitchforks and torches on the boards and everything like that, and they're keeping it up. And it's gonna come back on them. I'm telling you that it's gonna come back on them. I've been saying this for the longest time. It's a dangerous, dangerous game the shorties are playing. So we'll just continue to salute your shorts to them, and that's all we can do until whatever goes down there. You could always double up, don't ignore, and you can win. Naked short, what's that? Naked shirt, H8 something there. GNS cash in 10 billion. Dangerous says it hasn't even started. Wait for the SEC to reply. GNS CEO. See what happens. See what happens, peeps. Swung 2 accounts, came nice gains. In control. The content of this place has 1 million follow-ups without us. The long-term arm do the accounts. Let's see what we have. Anything else here? Board, stop spamming other crap stocks here. Yeah, exactly. I would agree. I hate when you go on other boards and they just freaking they put these are my plays. I'm the expert player. I know. I called Mullen going up and Hellbiz and everything when it was at Mullen when it was at $15. Man, I'm an expert. No, you didn't. You just copied and pasted somebody else, dude. You're not an expert, dude. So let's just say you didn't predict. You act like you're predicting there, and you're not a predictor of predictors. Quit parroting other people's talking points there. Dare I say they might be close? CEO is ruthless and out for blood. Yeah, he's pretty pissed off. I would say so. What else do we got there? All their tickers spamming here. Your tickers have hundreds of millions of billions of shares to those tickers afloat. GNS has a few more million and are locked up in April. About 500 million in volume, and other tickers will move up to 8%. You got that right. That's the thing is you have all the other ones, and then it makes you want to jump off the board when you keep on seeing there. Asterisk 78 says, laugh out loud. The CEO locked up 6 million in float and thinks how many he said he bought and locked away, and 4 million leaves. 9,057 at the same time of this message. Buy, hold 442 shares each, and 442 will be locking up the remaining 4 million shares. That's from Astros. Bobski13 says, tomorrow will be full surprises and no one can predict the outcome, but I know what's going to happen. Fundamentals of your cup and handle GW 3-man, whatever you guys call the chart shit, you can throw out the window for this epic run in the next few days. Buy and hold. That's it. That's Bobski13. Yeah, we'll just have to see how it plays out, and we'll just have to see that Monday. That was last week. Everything we covered that we missed from Thursday and Friday, but we will be back tomorrow with a new show. We'll see you, and don't make it a dog show. And good night now.